Everything they've told you about the law of attraction until now has been incomplete. They just told you to ask for what you want, but nobody ever told you how to convince that massive power inside you, your subconscious mind. In this video, we're going to fill in that missing piece. I'm going to show you how to harness the power of your subconscious mind. Because the moment you convince your subconscious, everything changes. This is the most powerful law of attraction secret. If you're ready, let's get started. Because in a few minutes, you're going to regain control of your life. Part 1. The Invisible Programmer. Who writes your destiny? There are two versions of you running your life. The first is the one listening to me right now. Your conscious mind, the one who makes plans, dreams big, and makes decisions. You're the captain, standing at the helm, giving orders to steer the ship. You want to plot a new course? You want to sail to a wealthier harbor, to a happier island. But there's a second you. Deep in the engine room of the ship works massive machinery, invisible crew that actually makes the ship move. That's your subconscious mind. You consciously give the order, I want to be rich. But deep in that engine room, an invisible programmer is running code written years ago. Maybe it's the code from hearing as a child, that money is hard to earn. Maybe it's people like us can never be wealthy, no matter how hard you turn the steering wheel toward wealth. That invisible programmer keeps steering the ship back to its familiar route, the harbor of poverty and scarcity. Then you ask yourself, why can't I move forward? Carl Jung, one of the greatest psychologists of the 20th century, summed this up perfectly. He said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Your so-called fate is just the result of internal programs you're not even aware of. Your destiny is in your subconscious's hands. It's the vault of your beliefs, fears, habits, and deepest assumptions. And its power is infinitely greater than your conscious will. You can't fight it with willpower alone. That's like an ant fighting an elephant. So, how do you win this battle? By not fighting it at all. Instead of battling your subconscious, learn its language. Speak to it like a partner, not an enemy. Because that programmer isn't malicious, it's just repeating old commands written to protect you. Your job is to give it new commands, to show it a new route, a new destination. But how did these old, harmful codes get installed in the first place? And more importantly, how do you identify this saboteur in your mind and reprogram it? We're getting to the critical part now, because I'm about to give you the key that will transform that programmer. Part 2. The story of your inner guardian. Let me tell you a secret about that invisible programmer, your subconscious. It's not evil. It's not a traitor. It's a guardian sworn to protect you. But there's one problem. This guardian took its orders when you were very young, before you fully understood the world. Think about it. You were just a little kid. Maybe one day you excitedly told your dad about a dream, and in a tired moment, he said, "Stop being silly. We don't have time for that." In that instant, your inner guardian made a note. Dreaming is dangerous. Dreams lead to disappointment. New command: stay away from dreams. Maybe at school, you made a mistake, and the teacher scolded you in front of everyone. You felt that shame. Your guardian wrote it down. Making mistakes is shameful. It hurts. New command: don't take risks. Stay safe. Maybe you saw money being the biggest source of fights in your home. You heard constantly, "We can't afford it." Your guardian wrote its final command: money is stress. Money is conflict. Money is dangerous. New command: stay away from money. It's not for us. Double quotes. See, these limiting beliefs, these internal codes holding you back, they weren't your choice. They were old security protocols designed to protect you from pain and danger. Your subconscious runs these programs to keep you alive. It's terrified that if you get rich, there will be fighting. If you try something new, you'll fail and feel ashamed. That's why willpower alone can't overcome it. Every time you want to take a step forward, your inner guardian throws a red alarm. screaming, "Stop! Danger zone! Go back!" and pulls you back to your old, familiar, comfortable, but unhappy life. So, what do? How do we train this loyal but misdirected guardian? How do we communicate with it? This is where the biggest mistake happens. You try to convince it with logic. You say, "But this business will be profitable," or "This relationship will make me happy." But it doesn't understand logic. As Jung pointed out, the subconscious doesn't speak in words and reason. It speaks in an entirely different language, the language of symbols, feelings, and images. Your rational mind's language is a foreign tongue to it. So, what is this mysterious language it understands? How do you pull this powerful guardian, this loyal but wrongly programmed servant, to your side? Now it's time to learn the most powerful subconscious persuasion technique. You're about to learn to speak its language. Part 3. The subconscious. Language, feelings, and visuals. There are two fundamental rules for communicating with your subconscious. The moment you place these two rules at the center of your life, manifestation and the law of attraction become child's play. Rule 1. The subconscious understands images, not words. Rule 2. The subconscious understands feelings, not logic. That's all there is to it. What are you doing? You stand in front of the mirror and repeat hundreds of times, "I am rich. I am rich." It's like trying to explain something in Turkish to someone who doesn't speak Turkish, but just shouting Turkish louder and louder. You're just exhausting yourself. Words can't get past your subconscious's gatekeeper, because the word rich is just a word to you. But to your subconscious, that word is linked to the images of the fights you heard as a kid, the scarcity you witnessed, the stress you felt. Every time you say rich, it hears danger. Let's change the game. Don't go to it with words. Go with a mental movie. Whatever you want to attract into your life, visualize it in your mind in vivid detail. This is the power of imagination. Don't just say, "I want to be rich." Picture the exact moment you see that number in your bank account. When you see those digits, what does your face look like? How fast does your heart race? Maybe you take a deep breath and feel the weight of years lifting off your shoulders. Feel that relief. Feel that release. Do you want that dream house? Visualize the moment you open its door. Feel your hand on the doorknob. Step inside and smell that new house smell. Feel the sunlight streaming through the windows, warming your face. Walk through the living room and hear the sound of hardwood, floors under your feet. That's the language your subconscious understands. Vivid, clear, sensory images. But something's missing. The fuel that will bring this visualization to life. Emotion. You need to fill this mental movie with intense emotion, but not just any emotion. Fill it with the most powerful creation emotion there is. Gratitude. Give thanks as if it's already happened. Feel as if you've already made that money, already moved into that house, already started that relationship. That deep sense of appreciation and thankfulness is the most powerful signal you can send to your subconscious. This signal says, "Hey guardian, look, everything's okay. This new situation is safe and wonderful. We don't need the old programs anymore. This is our new reality." Carl Jung dedicated his life to understanding these internal symbols and images because he knew that real transformation in the depths of the mind happens not through words, but through these powerful internal images and the emotional energy we load into them. So, when should you play this mental movie? Is every hour of the day equally effective? No. There's a magical door that opens to your subconscious. There's a special window of time when the guardian is sleepest, most defenseless, when you can most easily whisper new code into it. Part 4. The brain's twilight zone, the 5 minutes before sleep. I told you, there's a hidden passage to your subconscious. That passage opens twice every day, in that drowsy moment right before you fall asleep, and in that groggy moment when you wake up. These states are called alpha and theta brainwave states. But forget the scientific terminology. Think of it this way. It's that magical moment when your conscious mind, that constantly talking, it's analyzing, worrying captain slowly drifts off to sleep, and the angel room doors swing wide open. The guardian is drowsy. The critical factor has gone offline. This is the most fertile soil for planting seeds. Here's what most people do. They get into bed, stressed by the day, worried and anxious. They take all the negativity, all the debts, all the arguments, all the fears from that day and plant them in their subconscious's most fertile ground. Then they wonder why the same problems sprout up the next day. You're poisoning your own garden with your own hands. But not tonight. Not from tonight on. Everything changes starting now. Those 5 minutes before you fall asleep are going to become your sacred time. Put your phone down. Turn off the TV. Leave the day's problems outside the bedroom door. Lie in bed and do what we talked about in the previous section. Start playing your mental movie. You're the star of the film. Don't watch the movie. Be inside the movie. See what you want to see. Hear what you want to hear. Most importantly, feel what you want to feel. Feel the freedom and security that money brings. Feel the love and peace that your dream relationship brings. Feel the energy and vitality that a healthy body brings. And add that most powerful fuel, gratitude. Fall asleep with a profound thankfulness coming from deep in your heart, as if you already have it all. Thank you, because my life is incredible. Thank you, because everything is working out. Thank you, because I have everything I want. When you fall asleep with that feeling, your subconscious processes that new command all night long. It starts accepting this new image as your new reality. It deletes the old corrupted programs and installs this brilliant new software you've written. This isn't a one-time thing. It's a habit. Every night, with patience and faith, you need to keep planting those seeds, like a gardener would. Jung said something profound. The man who does not encounter his own darkness projects it onto everyone around him. This practice is about meeting your own darkness, those fear and scarcity programs, illuminating them with light, the feeling of the reality you desire. This technique is called the sleep state technique or pre-sleep programming. It's the most effective, simplest, and most scientific method for harnessing your subconscious's power. But the subconscious can be so stubborn that even this nightly ritual might not be enough. Some deep-rooted beliefs built up over years need stronger intervention. So what's that final, most powerful technique that will smash even the most resistant, most corroded codes and convince your subconscious beyond a shadow of a doubt? Now we're getting to that final game-changing step. Part 5. Creating proof. The power of small wins. So far, you've shown your subconscious a new image and loaded it with emotion. But sometimes that skeptical voice inside whispers, "This isn't real. You're just fooling yourself." Your subconscious loves concrete proof. It references what's actually happening in the real world. That's why you need to give it proof that what you want is possible. On the path to your big dream, set yourself small, achievable goals. Let's call them proof goals. Let's say your goal is to earn $10,000 more per month. Right now, that's a massive leap for your subconscious. That guardian will jump in and shout impossible. So shrink the goal. Commit to earning an extra $100 this week. Think about how you can make that $100. Maybe you can sell something you're not using. Maybe you can work an extra hour. Maybe you can use your skills to pick up a small gig. Set your intention before sleep. Visualize yourself making that $100 and feeling that sense of accomplishment and competence when you hold that money. Then take action. The moment you earn that $100, something magical happens. It's not just $100. You've sent a powerful message to your subconscious. Look, it's possible. I did it. I'm someone who can create money. That small win creates a tiny crack in your subconscious's old "I can't do it" code. That's your proof. Then increase the goal a little. $250. Then $500. Every small victory is light streaming through that crack. Every proof weakens the guardian's resistance. Your subconscious gradually starts accepting the new reality that you can earn money, that you're worthy, that you can succeed. Don't try to jump to your big dream all at once. Climb the stairs one step at a time. Each step strengthens your belief in the next step. Remember, attracting everything you want into your life is not a sprint. It's a marathon. This isn't overnight magic. It's a conscious creation process. Summary 1. Understand your inner guardian, your subconscious. Know that it's not your enemy, but an old program trying to protect you. 2. Speak its language. Communicate, not with logic, but with vivid mental images and the intense emotions you attach to them. 3. Use the times when your mind is most fertile. Transform those 5 minutes before sleep into a sacred ritual, where you play the film of the life you desire and fall asleep with gratitude. And 4. Give it proof. Build its belief in what's possible through small victories. This is the 4-step roadmap for convincing your subconscious and taking control of your life. Whether you call it the law of attraction, affirmations, or manifestation, they all come down to this fundamental principle. As Jung said, he who looks outside dreams. He who looks inside awakens. Today, you looked inside, and your awakening has just begun. Apply these methods. Be patient, and watch as your life transforms step by miraculous step. When those invisible walls come down, there will be no goal you can't reach, no dream you can't live. Don't look for power on the outside. Power was always inside you. You just didn't know how to use it. Now you do. That's the secret. What happens from here is up to you. I have just one request for you. Tonight, when you lie down in bed, don't fill your mind with the day's worries and fears. Set them aside. Instead, do this one thing. Fall asleep with a profound sense of gratitude coming from deep in your heart, as if you already have it all, and quietly whisper to yourself, "Thank you, because my life is amazing. Thank you, because everything is working out. Thank you, because I have everything I want." Sleep with that feeling. Wake up with that reality. And I want to thank you. Thank you for staying until the end and giving yourself this chance. Know that everything I've shared with you, this nightly ritual, I practice it every single night myself, because I know that the biggest transformations begin in the quietest moments. With those simple but powerful words, we whisper to ourselves. And remember, I'll keep making videos like this so you can shine with your own light. See you in the next one. Take care of yourself.